And how does that make you feel? Being diagnosed with multiple personality disorder, or aka dissociative identity disorder. I don't really like saying multiple personality disorder, but to the everyone else that doesn't understand what DID means, because it's a very, yeah. So so hey, y'all stop. When go save them. When my cats are fighting. When I was first diagnosed with multiple personality disorder, aka dissociative identity disorder, it took me about 2 years to really accept the diagnosis. And that doesn't mean living with it, just be like, okay, I have DID. Because technically everyone, because of I think what makes it hard about having multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder is that they get caught up in the personality part, to where they think, oh, well, yeah, I got, this personality for home, and this personality for work, and this personality for kids, and this personality for socializing. Cats are catting right now. The cats are catting. I think I'm in their space. Is that what's happening? Am I in y'all way? I'm in. Okay, I think he's claimed his space back. So yeah, it's like, okay. So yeah, so like, it was just difficult for me to accept. But yeah, people think, oh yeah, you got multiple personality disorder. Everybody has that. And then you have people like Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, and Nicki Minaj and Roman. And they don't really understand, oh, what's so bad about that? Like, they like, they don't understand that it's really, and I've been trying to figure out how to explain this to people. Explaining to people the difference between code switching and having, different states of being for different occasions is not the same as dissociative identity disorder or multiple personality disorder, because we all don't share the same information as, well, at least for us, we don't share the same, we all don't have the same life story, if that makes sense. We all don't have the same values. We all don't have the same whatever. And that usually stays consistent, among other, people who tend to take on different personas. This is involuntary as well, because oftentimes what I notice is people think that people think that stop. People think that oftentimes it's pretty cool to have multiple personalities, because you can have different people doing different things, or you don't have to remember all the events of a certain trauma or whatever. But now, I did want to touch on the anger part, because we dealt with that as well too. I'm not going to give too much. I'm not going to say too much, but through our journey with anger is, one, we have to understand that everyone was basically living their own life when they became present. And sometimes the actions of others would challenge others people's actions unknowingly. And so resentment kind of built up among between the alters. Not necessarily directed at that particular person, but more so directed at how did I even, I don't remember doing that, or why would I do that, or but it wasn't them, it was another alter. And it became to the point to where one of us would, basically the host, would begin to isolate when she felt she couldn't control our actions or whatever. And also, you begin to dislike unknowingly different parts of yourself or aspects of yourself, and that can kind of build resentment, in the system. And so you have to learn we have to learn how to build relationships with each other and play to our strengths and get over the fact that, we're not independent. We're together. So, and the hardest, oh my God, the hardest part about it is that the compromising. If you have an altar that is sunshine and rainbows, an adult altar who's sunshine and rainbows and like pretty pinks and pastels and whatever, and then you have another altar that's goth, dark, only wears black, like snakes and spiders. I don't want to say spiders, but just into all kind of stuff. Their ideas and values and beliefs are going to clash. If Sunshine and Rainbows is very verbal, loves to socialize, but goth person loves to stay in the shadows and be isolated, or not really isolated, but be alone, like as an observer, it becomes difficult. So we have to find a way to express that. And one of those things is not telling them to calm down, because what happens when you tell someone who's mad to calm down? They get angrier. So we have to find an outlet, whether that's exercising, or if we're lethargic or having a hard time moving, then scribbling. Yeah, well, welcome to the Club of Misfits, and I'm sure every genre of, I don't know why I said genre, every person with their particular mental challenge that they're dealing with, has to go through this. But I feel like multiple personality disorder, aka DID, is in a different league when it comes to misrepresentation.